How does it feel to get back? And that was the goal all year long.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a lumpy road. And it's a very, very tough schedule. And and playing these guys, way too many times in the state semis is it's tough because A1's so good. We know how good they are. It's a close game every single year. It's a battle. But I think our kids just showed a lot of heart. They never gave up. As sloppy as we played in that first quarter, we were able to come back and do some different things and relax them at halftime, and then able to kind of impose our will a little bit, in that second half to be able to do what we needed to do to win.
I said right before it happened, I looked at Ty, I go, I need that defense to get a turnover.
Yeah.
And boy, did they do it.
Perfect situation. Yeah, Rock saw that. He was playing press the whole game, and all of a sudden, he saw the formation, and we practiced it. And he saw the play action about to happen, so he backed out pretty quick, which is the reason he got the pick, because if he was impressed, it would have never happened. So that's a smart sophomore.
How much did that trigger the rest of the game for you guys? Because it almost seemed like the defense was able to really settle in and do what they do, but it also gave a big spark to the offense.
Yeah, it helped us. It helped the defense and offense, but the offense, once we scored that first touchdown in that second half, the defense then, boom, popped up and saw we got a chance. Still down, but we got a chance. So the momentum definitely switched on that. So it was a key part of the game.
Trailing St. Ed's was the only other time you'd been behind this year.
Yep.
Was that something this team was able to learn from and feed off of?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were missing 4 or 5 starters in the St. Ed's game, and they're those guys that were in were young, and a lot of them were playing tonight, and they learned through that adversity and losing. Instead of crawling in a corner, they used it the next time, which is what we saw tonight.
You fed a lot of different backs in there, but boy, when they got their chances, each one produced.
Yeah, they did. They're all different in their own way. They're all good running backs. 2 seniors and a freshman. We almost threw another freshman in a couple situations, but they were good, and we got to get a little bit better, and eliminate the mistakes, especially with the penalties and the turnover. Or it's week 16 and lose, so we got to eliminate those things.
I know it's a sigh of relief to get there, but boy, this week coming up, a lot of work to do.
Yeah, for sure. We just gotta lock in. Keep talking to the kids about locking in and being present and not getting ahead of themselves. And I think that happened the last 2 years, especially last year, where we were good enough last year. We just, we went into a first quarter kind of more with a bunch of young kids kind of looking around saying we're in the state championship, and they thought that was good enough. And then they realized, we're good enough. And then, it was a series too late for us last year. But, hopefully this year they learn from last year and we move forward.
The weight, just talking to a couple of them, seems like that weight's off there because getting back there is the hardest part.
Yep, this is the game. And we talk about it. This is the state semifinals is the hardest game. It's not the state championship. It's not week 1. It's not week 10. Whatever it is, it's the state semis is the hardest because that's the one they see it. They know what's just on the other side, and they try a little too hard sometimes. They don't. We talked all week long, and it wasn't the most successful week with it. But it was the second half. But we talked about controlled violence. You got to play with controlled violence, and we were a little uncontrolled in the first half, which killed us. Stop drives, penalties, and turnover, stop drives instead of just running the ball and doing some little things that we're used to doing. We just got to get better at this week.
How much are you looking forward to this week?
It's going to be fun. It's always fun to be able to play in a state championship, and we've been blessed to do it now. We did 4 in a row, and then took a year off, and there were another 4 in a row. So we want to get down there and get the gold trophy, not the silver.